Hello, and welcome to the Diva Talks live show. I am your host, the Diva. And tonight, I am so excited about my special guest, y'all, BFF. You're probably saying BFF, best friends for life. Well, we could be, but I'm talking about the Buffalo Funk Fest on Miss Marnetta Malcolm. Hey,
Hey, Diva.
lady. Oh my God, look at you. You look beautiful. I'm digging the hair.
Yeah, something, got to do something, little something different.
A little funky,
A
right?
little funky, keeping it funky. Yep, for Funk Fest.
Wow, wait a minute now. So, some people know, maybe they don't know, but I do know you just celebrated or you claimed you just celebrated your 60th birthday. I don't believe you
Oh,
60.
honey, I got scars to show for every one of these 60 years.
Happy belated birthday, baby. You make 60 look real good.
Thank you so much. So here's the backdrop really quick. I turned 60 in March, but everything was shut down. So I said, you know what? When everything opened back up, I'm having a 60th birthday party. I celebrated when I want to. So
Yes. And you had a celebration. You brought the whole city out. That's for sure. Oh my goodness. Now you said March. March what? Because I'm a March baby.
31st.
Okay, so you at the end. I'm at the beginning. March 8th. It's all good. March babies are the
Yes,
best.
we are.
Period. No questions asked.
Yes.
So what a way to start the show. Manetta, this is only a 30-minute show. And I tell all my guests that, but I'm especially telling you that because you have a lot to talk about. And I want to try to get in as much as I can in this 30 minute, especially about this great weekend that we have coming up. But before we get into the weekend, tell the world who Marnetta is and everything that you're doing.
Well, so I'm not really comfortable talking about myself, but what I'll say is this. I had a background in promotions and sales and marketing, and I come from a family that are promoters and an immediate family, my mother and father, that always knew how to give a great party. So I think that when you give things and you make it about your guest and not yourself, then it all works out for the best. And that's how I try to incorporate everything for the community that I love. So, and especially, I travel a lot. I live in a couple of places and I see how other cities do it and how well they do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that Buffalo deserves that. We are great. We just need to be reminded of how great we are because we are great already. Just
Absolutely.
some feel good stuff to remind us. I think that the propaganda from the news and always hearing negative stuff about what's happening in our community doesn't make it true. We're still thriving. There are people that have been there for generations. So, yeah, it's got to remind them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Just reading up about you, knowing you for years, because I've known you for years. The Funk Fest.
Oh,
How did it get started?
well, actually, it started from when Rick passed. So when Rick James passed in 2004, I just was starting to come into a different radio station, 1400, after managing Buffalo with Carol Salters. And Rick had passed. I guess a group of people got together and they're like, okay, we're going to have a concert for him at Martin Luther King Park. Marnetta, would you bring the food? Because that's all I was doing back then. I brought food for a concert at the park. Well, that food turned into people talking, and the next year, me doing an actual reunion for the Stone City Band, which then turned into us giving just a concert to honor him. It was never intended to be anything other than just a concert to honor him. And then it just started growing and growing and growing. And I mean, we had some rough times, let me tell you. We had where it was 100 people at Martin Luther King Park one time. Then we moved over to LaSalle Park based on cost. We needed a stage, and they had that already at LaSalle. And that ended up being our home because they had everything we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So now,
Makes sense.
this is our 17th year. So
Wow.
now you figure they're remodeling the park. They're gutting it. It's going to be a whole new park. I really am involved with that. They've got a conservancy. Ralph Wilson is putting together a conservancy, and I'm honored to have been elected the vice president of the conservancy.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. So when we come back, we'll come back and make sure that the community is still involved in that park. because it'll be a brand new park. And so we're going to deserve to be in there and doing things wonderful, just like anyone else would at that park. So we're at Martin Luther King Park this year. I haven't been there since 2006. Um, we want it to be one of the best funk fest ever. Everybody has been closed up
Right.
in their homes, and maybe going to some things and maybe not. But Martin Luther King Park is a perfect place. It's a big enough park to hold people. I keep telling people no grills and tents. There's a
Right.
reason why. We want to get as many people there to spread out and social distance and have a safe concert.
Okay.
So it's big enough. It's a big enough space. We're going to enforce it. We've got some wonderful entertainment. This is going to be a funk fest, believe me. The entertainment is going to be top with the P Funk connection. A lot of the alumni are coming in.
Nice.
Actually, the P Funk stands for Patty, who worked for Rick James. She used to be a stylist. She used to do his hair.
Okay.
Way back in the day, but she was with the Funkadelic, one of the brides, and man, it's George. It has a phenomenal, and I mean a phenomenal band. You won't be disappointed.
Nice. Now, what time does it start?
It starts at 4.
Okay.
4 to 10. We've got some local bands, Delvin Payton and the Life
Yes.
Band. We've got Delivered. We're going to do a big tribute to Rick with music and dancing with our Baby Jane girls, because we have some dancers. They've been with us since they were babies. And then we got DCB and the Music Company, and they were fabulous in 2019. So, and then of course P Funk, but we're going to be there. It's got vending, plenty of vendors, and plenty of information, and just music and fun. A party. That's Saturday.
Right. Now you do something Friday as well. That was
Oh
what you're doing
yeah,
Friday is a block party. Now this just
yeah,
started a couple of years ago, right?
yeah. This will be our, let's see, maybe our third year. It'll be our third year. One block between East Utica and Glenwood, and it's one block because we want people. We're trying to force people to be around each other. We spread it out a little bit. Remember you used to go back in the club back in the day. You used to have to scooch, scooch.
Yes. Yes.
Well, we're doing a little scoochy at.
Oh
We
my
want you
goodness.
to engage with the people. We want you to come out and dance and party. We got 5 great DJs coming in. So it's great. It's a great time. It's a great party. It reminds me, I grew up in that area on Jefferson, on Raleigh, near between Jefferson and Maston.
Okay.
And I remember being able to do everything.
Mhm.
Everything, party, I mean, grocery shopping, clothing, whatever on Jefferson. So, we want to put it there in the community, remind people again how great the city is. There's
Right.
everything. We're here. We got, and I'm going to say this because I wrote a post and I guess it went kind of a little viral, kept getting repeated, but I think people took that post that I wrote about us, just the redistribution of our wealth. What I'm saying is the money is there. We have it. We
Mhm.
just have to figure out it in a way that benefits all of us, not some,
Right.
all.
Right. Right.
And
So
I'll keep doing things to remind us too.
well, yeah, I mean, because you hit the pavement and you are constantly doing something. I don't want to get away from the block party. What time does it start, and what are the rules and regulations for that?
The block party starts from 5 until 10. The music will actually stop at 11 though.
Okay.
Just come bring your chair. Bring your chair
Okay.
so you can come sit down when you're tired of dancing, because we in the street dancing. We're gonna have that Soul Train line gonna go right on down Jefferson.
Oh, I saw the pictures. Oh my
Yeah,
God, from
yeah,
the previous ones.
yeah, it
It's a
was.
lot of
Yeah,
fun.
it's a lot of fun.
A
Yeah,
lot of
it
fun.
is.
And you just carry on until Saturday. Now, so Saturday, it's you said starts at 4 on Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So are people able to come and sit in the park before 4 o'clock? How is
Here's
that working?
Well, there's another event with Just Gina. She does a walk every year, and it's from 9 to 2. So shout out to her for even allowing us to share
Nice.
that park. Uh, that
Nice.
was very nice of her because she didn't have to do that. So we're most appreciative of Gina Davis. She's there from 9 to 2. We're inviting people to come out and support her event as well. She's got a great event. It's going to
Yeah,
be
I know Gina.
oh,
Yeah, I know.
a
Yeah, I
great
know Gina. I know her niece Tasha.
Yep.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. 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 Okay. So we need everybody. We're going to talk about that again at the end of the show to have make the people make sure that they come out on both
Yep.
days if possible. But definitely the Funk Fest on Saturday.
Yep.
Just a great time. So now I see everything that you do. Basically, it has the letters NICYO. What does that stand for?
It is the National Inner City Youth Opportunity. So it started years ago with my brother and a group of guys. They did something where it was developed into the Randy Smith League. That was a 501c3 program that ran their league up at that park. And
Really?
so she did the Randy Smith League, the drill team. She did all that. And this is Joyce Wilson Nixon I'm talking about. That's the CEO
Wow.
of the Funk Fest. So she's gracious enough that this is her festival, and she's retiring. So I don't know. We're gonna be orphaned after this.
Oh my goodness. And
She's
shout out to her. She just celebrated, I believe, 25 years of marriage or something like that.
a wonderful man. They're a wonderful couple, wonderful
Awesome.
lady, uh, 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 just a powerhouse. So National Inner City Youth Opportunities is just that opportunities for people, and it was started with the youth in the inner city. So it's been around since the 80s, I think. Maybe even the 70s it started because the Randy Smith League was around in the
Hmm.
70s. I don't think I was in
Hmm.
high school. So
Right.
we go back then the 70s and it's been around that long.
Wow. Now, with that, you do a black tie affair. Talk about that.
Oh, yeah. So what happens in February?
Hmm.
We do something called a black tie for Black History. We honor people. We call them difference makers because those are the people that you don't necessarily hear about, but they're doing tremendous things, and they should be recognized for what they do. Be it uh, last year we did a COVID edition because we had some wonderful women that did not care, did not know what this COVID meant, and
Hmm.
was in them streets, especially Mia. Mia, who didn't even understand what was going on, but was doing a mask giveaway and hand sanitizer. And we had an African American woman that's running the entire New York State contact tracing and investigations for the state. Those are people that need to be honored. You know,
Absolutely.
the nurse. Are you? I mean, it was just incredible. The bravery, the
Hmm.
talented, the talent that's in this community. I'm
Right.
gonna always be the one that's trying to, go underneath the surface and find people because we've got great leaders. We certainly do have great leaders here, but we've got people that are underneath those leaders, supporting them,
Hmm.
holding them up, and they need to be recognized for the uh, wonderful souls and the powerhouses that they are. Yeah,
Awesome.
it's
Now,
great.
how would one now? When do you start advertising for that? Is that just invite only? How does that work?
Well, last year was different because I had to do it in my home because of COVID. But people
Hmm.
can submit people for that honor.
Okay.
People can submit folks for that honor. And so we had someone. We were going to do something in 2020. We had a group of people, but that kind of went away. So I'm not. I got to see what COVID is looking like, and we'll go
Hmm.
from there. But we've got a bunch of people on deck, and there's always. I tell people to always submit names because there's always somebody out there doing things. Always. I mean, look
Absolutely.
at what you're doing. Think about what you're doing and what inspired you to do it and how you're helping and reach people. And most importantly, this is like a legacy that you're leaving for someone. You know what I mean? How to do it. You have to be extra talented to decide through a pandemic. Hey, I'm gonna put on a show. I'm gonna make sure people know what this is about. I'm gonna introduce people to what's going on, and I'm gonna show people how to do it properly, professionally, and with excellence. That's you.
Wow. Wow.
I'm
Thank you.
just saying.
That
I just
I've
spoke.
never wow. I just
And
I
you got
didn't
to think
expect that.
about
Mm.
so because you have to think about now, but this COVID did for everybody is brought out not the worst, because it certainly did that.
Hmm.
It brought out
Hmm.
the best in people.
Yes.
We're getting to
Yes.
see, it's like a double-edged sword. You're getting to see some worse stuff, but
Right.
things like this is the absolute best because people are stuck in their homes,
Mm-hmm.
Diva, and they're on their phones, and
Yeah.
they're like, okay, what time is it? It's Diva time. Okay, here I am.
I love it. Oh my God.
Yeah,
That touched me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
sure.
Thank you. You
But
guys,
but I'm sure you've heard that wherever you go, that people tell you that they see your show.
they do. But the way that you just put that, I've never heard it like that. And that's the honest to God truth. The way that you just said that. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Thank
Really
you.
does. And I appreciate it.
Thanks.
You also do the community unity rally experience. You did that, I want to say last September. Is that something that you are going to be doing again?
Well, I'll say this: what that rally ended up being was a result of what was happening in the community.
Right.
What I did not share a lot is, I started protesting everywhere. I
Saw
went
that.
everywhere, and I mean, I got tear gassed. I
Mm,
got, especially in DC. I'm like, are you kidding? DC was a different experience for me because I was out there in the streets with them after they had the rally. I was just out there, and they were like, I could not believe what I was witnessing on the 6th after the way I got treated when I was there. I'm like,
really?
yeah, it was horrible. They treated us horribly. Yes, they did. But we were out there, and it was points to be proven. And I mean,
Mhm.
them walking in the way they got treated those people on the 6th proved our point too, that you don't care about us and that our lives don't matter, and we can lay on this Black Lives Matter street, and you guys can still treat us like we don't matter. So yeah, that wasn't good at all. But I would do it all over again if I had to, because I meant what I said. It was, yeah, we do a lot of killing of our own, but when we call the cops, we want some help.
Mhm.
We don't want you killing us.
Right. Right.
That's
That
it.
that part.
That's that
That part.
part. It's just as simple as that. I call you for help. So yeah.
Where do you get the energy from? Where do you where does everything come from? This is a lot. You do a lot. And like I said, in 30 minutes, we can't even talk about everything that you do. But every time I see you, whether you stop in it, you were at an event. It was a 50th birthday party for Mike Darby, and I was sitting at the table with a bunch of people who don't know Marnetta anyway. But one of the things that they said about you is you're going to show up. You may not be able to stay long, but you're going to show up. And you did. You came, you showed up, you said hello, you did what you needed to do. You were planning things, but you showed your face. Where do you get that from? And that's a beautiful thing to have, because I strive to do the same thing. I may not be able to stay, but I want to show my face.
You cannot expect people to support you if you're not willing to support them. You can't.
That's it.
You
That's
can't
it.
ask for anything unless you're willing to do it yourself. I don't take my friendships, I don't take any sponsorships, I don't take any relationships, I don't take anything for granted. I'm grateful to anyone that considers me someone that they would help. So what my mom said, fair exchange is not called robbery. If
That's
you're going to
it.
come out and help, the least I can do it. And I try to be timely. And I also try, if I can't do it, I will tell you I can't do it. My no is my no, and my yes is my yes.
Mm,
It's
I
that.
love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you have that mark. You definitely have that mark. When you show up,
Yeah.
she's gonna show up. She says she's gonna show up. She's gonna show up, and you show up, and that's a great reputation to have. It
Yeah.
really is a great reputation, and it shows with even though you couldn't celebrate in March like you wanted to, you did it when you wanted to. And we're still in this pandemic. People still came, showed up, showed out, and had a
Thank,
good time, Marnetta style.
thank you. I appreciate. Boy, I mean, anything that you give. Back in the day, you used to could do an RSVP and wait and count.
We
Remember
won't.
those days? Remember
Ah!
you were waiting to mail for your RSVPs. You could count them. Well, social media has taken away so much that you could take for granted. So when I give things or tell people about anything, especially in this community, I just hope people come.
Hmm.
I don't, I don't go by likes or any of that stuff. I
Right.
mean, and then I can never even tell if it's a good. How I judge a good event is if people stay. If they're staying, then I know it's a good time. If they're
Hmm.
leaving, then they don't clear out that funk fest. Woo! So if they stay, then it's a good funk fest. If folks leaving anything I'm giving, then it probably isn't the best time.
Well, they're not leaving. They're
Yeah.
definitely not leaving. They're
I
not
hope they
leaving.
and I hope they come on Saturday and Friday. I really do. I hope they come out. It should be fun.
It is. People are looking for something to do, and they know that your name is attached to it. You go over and beyond. Um, Now, speak to someone who isn't familiar with the block party or the funk fest. People always say, "Well, is it safe? And is it security? Is it cops?"
Mhm.
How do you judge? How would you speak to them?
So if you're worried about safety, then we are definitely the spot for you because we're going to have between our security and the peacemakers and the Buffalo police officer, those are our partners. We want to make sure that everybody comes in safe and is also family friendly as well. So bring your entire family down to either event. Now, if they like old school music, that's what they're going to come here because, we're kind of old school, but it is safe and family friendly. Everything that I give, especially in the community, is safe and good for families. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Awesome.
Yes.
And how can one help? How can one sponsor?
Contact me. Reach out to me. You know, so when I think about Buffalo, and I'm also thinking about forming a committee or something where people can really, really feel like it's theirs. And I don't know what that looks like yet. I'm working on that now, but um, I want it to be something where people can really feel like they're a part of it, and they can support it year after year. More than just coming, more than buying T-shirts. We, especially when we go back. When we go back to LaSalle Park and it's all new, I got to have my plan together for
Mm.
making sure that we are engaged and involved, and even if we can, Diva, do some live shows from there. We've got to think of
Yes.
some different ways to do things.
Yes. I'm on board.
Yeah, we
Please
got
mark
to.
my name down.
Yeah, we
Please.
got to. Yeah, because you figure if I don't know if anyone ever seen the park at the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. That
Hmm.
park is incredible. The same guy that designed that park is coming to design this one. It's going to be like the jewel of Buffalo when they finish.
That
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
amazing.
They donated. Ralph Wilson Foundation donated $50 million to help get that park together. It's going to be fabulous. So yeah,
That is amazing.
it
That
is.
is really, really good to hear. I
Yeah.
cannot wait. Well, absolutely. I am all for it. You definitely have a platform here.
Thank
Like I said, you say Marnetta Malcolm. You cannot
you.
say that name without saying Funk Fest. You are the one who is involved. You make people want to come. You
I
make
hope
people,
so.
you're exciting, you're talking about it, but just having a regular conversation with you, you're always upbeat.
I try.
And I just love it. I love it. I love everything about it. Everything.
I love everything about this show. You're upbeat too. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. You even let me get a chance to get my coffee.
I did. I did. I let her get her coffee before the show came on. I'm looking forward to this weekend. The weather is supposed to be great.
Yeah.
Um,
No, don't, no rain. No rain.
no rain, and we're not going to even speak that into the existence. we,
Oh,
we are we're going to have a great time. The block party is going to be nice. The funk fest is going to be nice. Come out. It's outside. If you want to wear your mask, wear your mask. If you're not vaccinated, definitely wear your mask. But if you're vaccinated, if you want to wear your mask, that's fine. But whatever you do, come and have a great time. One more time, Annette, tell them about Friday and tell them about Saturday, times, places, and all that good stuff before we
all
go.
right. So Friday on Jefferson Avenue between East Utica and Glenwood is the Jefferson Avenue Block Party from 5 until 10 p.m.
Where
Then
can they park?
oh my God, you're gonna have to. So there's a big giant parking lot on Jefferson and East Utica. You can park there. There's parking actually on Welker. There's a parking lot, but you wouldn't even know it unless you drove down Welker. There's parking all over.
Okay.
And then, and especially that parking lot. You got Tops and you got that big giant plaza on the corner of Jefferson and East Utica. Then on Saturday, two events. Gina's Cancer Walk for Life, and then the Buffalo Funk Fest. Hers is from 9 to 2. Ours is from 4 to 10. Get there early. There's a lot going on in Buffalo this weekend, and we're doing it for you guys, doing it for the community. I appreciate Buffalo so, so, so much. And I really appreciate you for this time. I do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. I love everything that you've always been doing and things that you will continue to do. Again, you have a platform here. I'm looking forward to this weekend. Staying happy, staying safe. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep looking fabulous as you are. And
You keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is fabulous, and we deserve you. So you keep doing what you're doing too. We deserve you.
I appreciate that. Listen, you're not gonna have me on here crying. This show is about you. Oh, I've got chills. I've got chills. Listen, again, thank you so much. If you need anything, you know my number. Give me a call. You always have a place here. I will continue to bring you back on, even after the Funk Fest, so we can talk about how wonderful it was. But get you some rest as much as you possibly can. I'm gonna be checking on you. I do. I just want to thank you again, and I also want to say a special shout out on social media. Her name is Love Harmony. We had a talk. She knows what I'm talking about. I appreciate you, and I really, really do. I love you, girl. And to everyone that is watching, as you can see, yes, I'm still healing. It's getting better though. Thank you so much. You could have been doing anything, but you decided to watch me, and for that, I am so grateful. I really, really appreciate you. If you didn't get your ticket for the party on Sunday, you'll have to hear about it, and we'll show you some clips because we will be going live there as well. But listen, make sure you come out if you're not doing anything on Friday and on Saturday. Buffalo's Block Club and also Buffalo's Funk Fest. Come out and enjoy. And in case they lock us up again during the winter, don't say we didn't
thank you
tell
to all of our sponsors. All of our sponsors. There's a bunch of them. Thank you.
Yes, all the sponsors who helped out.
Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Can't do it without them. Can't do it without you. Thank you. We appreciate you. And again, I appreciate you. Find your happy space because you can't make anybody else happy if you're not happy. And when you find it, make sure you stay there. God bless. I'll see you next week. I can't go though. You guys see this, right? Thank you, Kathy. Kathy Pace. I put a stat up on my Facebook page. Go back and read it. This was gifted to me on last week, and I said that I would be bringing it today and every Tuesday thereafter. Thank you so much. You never know who's watching. So say an encouraging words and take your mask down and give a smile. Take care. God bless. Bye. Thanks again so much. I